Let me start by saying failure is not failure. Failure is feedback. Period. If you go to approach someone or have a conversation with someone, it doesn't quite work out. Feedback, not failure. If you start a business or a side hustle and it doesn't work out, feedback, not failure. If you put yourself on a diet for 6 weeks and you only lose a little bit of weight or you don't lose any, feedback, not failure. The guy that invented the light bulb, Thomas Edison, took him over 1,000 goes to invent it. Do you think if he viewed every time as a failure, he would have kept going? No, it was feedback. Here's another example. Think back to when we first learned to walk. You might have your parents around, other brothers and sisters, other family. So you first get up on 2 legs, all shaking and everything. Then you take 1 step, take another step. Then you fall over. But everyone's still cheering because you're taking your first steps. And you think, oh, this is good, so you try it again. And you try it again and again till you become the walk. What about when we learn to ride a bike? How many times do we fall off before we learn to ride? So when we are born, we aren't born with the belief that failure is a bad thing. It just gets ingrained to us through our schooling systems, through social situations, through society. One of the biggest is exams, failing exams. Now, I'm by no means saying go fail your exams, but I'm just saying that it teaches us that failure is a bad thing. And as men, we have another big problem in our way. That's called our ego. Have you ever talked yourself out of doing something, or you've just made excuses, or you've just never done something because you didn't want to? You've talked yourself out of it. This is our ego trying to protect ourselves. Our ego hates failing, and it will try to protect it. So again, don't fail to fail. Failure is feedback. When you can grasp doing this, it's going to make things easier because you don't think of yourself as failing all the time. You're just learning. You're constantly learning, getting feedback, how not to do something. Or if it goes well, then you have the feedback of this is how to do it. Now, if you grasp this concept, it'll help in the next couple of videos as I refer back to this being feedback. If you need to, I encourage you to rewatch this video till you can get that concept that failure isn't a bad thing. Failure is feedback. This is Brendan Giebel, Master Coach and Motivator, and remember, you're only one decision away.